welcome to my YouTube channel. Duncan, come here. Come say hi. Everybody, this is Duncan. And he wants to say hello. And he says, subscribe, right? Subscribe to my channel. This channel is new and it's under development, and I'm going to start bringing you really fun things about people and animals and yourself. So I'll let him chase squirrels. Let's talk about letting go. Whew, that is a tricky one for people. I had someone call me this past weekend who I got this text that said, I got a concussion, and I called my ex-girlfriend again. So, I get it if it's fresh and it's new and you just broke up with someone and it's been a month, even 2 months, maybe even 3 months. But when it gets into years, and for this guy, it's been years, and the girlfriend has a husband. So that's also territory that is trouble. So anytime someone is splitting the energy with another person, probably not a good idea, to go there. So why would someone knowingly choose something that they know is toxic for them from step one? And then obviously if step one and that basis is toxic, then step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, everything about that is going to be more and more toxic. So is the toxicity of that bad? Bad. Maybe not. Maybe it has to be toxic to shift you into a state where you realize this thing that has never been good for you is something that you need to let go of. This is something where there is a wound. What is it that's leading you to want this toxic person? It's going to be different for everyone. But it's not even that person that we want, right? It's that feeling. I feel like, and also know intuitively, that as humans, we are searching for a feeling, right? Some people get feelings, these feelings outside of us. So we're craving that brand new car, we're craving that vacation, we're craving that job that we think we might get. We think that Prince Charming is going to give us that feeling of amazingness. Guess what? Maybe that's a temporary fix, and maybe temporarily that thing will give you that feeling that you want. But guess what happens over time, and over a little bit of time, if you are on this quick turning, fast energy time frame that a lot of us aren't on. If you're a healer, you are going to be called out as soon as you start leaning on that thing, that car, that codependent thing that you have. You're depending on that thing, that person, to give you that feeling, that feeling that you need to be. You need to have that feeling from within. It needs to come from you. So all this toxicity outside of you that you're bringing in from ex-girlfriends and all these bad situations, if you change your perspective to look at it as, oh man, I don't want this in my life. So what do I need to shift within myself? See, that guy could shift and find another girlfriend. But guess what? If he's still depending on her to feel that certain way, it's all going to backfire. So someone that's dating around and dating around and dating around and they can't find the one, well, it's because the one is you. You have to find you before you can find a partner. If you don't come into something complete, then that partner is just going to be teaching you every lesson that you need to learn until you become whole. So there are a lot of people that need a lot of growth to get to their partner. There are a lot of people swiping on those dating apps, just swiping and swiping. And, ultimately they're going to learn a lot about themselves. The universe will pair. Hold on. Let me sneeze. The universe will pair you up with that perfect person who is going to teach you those lessons. And I promise you that with as fast as the energy is moving right now, those lessons aren't going to be fun. But we can make them fun. So I'm kind of on this kick that any sort of challenges that I receive that might be my lessons, right? I am embracing those and trying to make them fun, even if they're awful. I am trying to make everything fun. I am trying to make everything about growth, and I'm trying to neutralize everything. So if there is something that I don't really like, I'm trying to find all the positives of it, and many of the positives to make it neutral. And then when it's neutral, for me, that's when I'm at a place where then I can put out there and manifest and create my life and create what I want. But it has to be from a neutral place. If we are wanting, that want tells us that there's a lack of fulfillment in that area, and then it actually pushes that thing away. So I help clients in all their areas of life, and most importantly, the ones that need attention the most. And I bet that attention, that area that you think needs that attention, it's not the area that needs attention. So if you're super focused on wanting a relationship, guess what? It's probably not where you need to put your attention. So, and that's probably not what you want to hear. You want that person that's going to lead you to Prince Charming or Miss Princess. And yeah, I guess you could hire a dating expert that's you're gonna pay a lot of money to be matched or be swiping and spend a lot of money on those dates trying to find the right person, right? But it gets back to the fact that you need to fill here. You need to fill your heart. You need to find your joy. You need to find your passion. We are here to be people full of passion. Not sexual passion. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about passion for life. Passion for what God has given us here on this earth to do. Even in things, every foot that we put down forward, we should be moving forward. Going to ex-girlfriends, now it's moving, I guess you could say, backwards. But if we look at it the right way, it can move us forward. If we look at it as, oh, this is the last time, really the last time, and we learn, that is a step forward. But if we keep getting stuck in those patterns, which now people are being pushed really hard with really hard lessons to shift out of their patterns. So, for example, people who are procrastinating are being pummeled with things that they meant to do yesterday, 2 years ago. It's because they're meant to get the stuff out of their life. They need to take action. But there are levels of it. Levels meaning, are you taking action on the right things? Maybe this thing that you've been procrastinating about is just something you're supposed to let go. Is it really something you're supposed to handle? So this is something where we are, when we are aligned within ourselves, then we can see that. We can see when we are focused on the right things. Like being focused on your ex-girlfriend or on your ex-boyfriend, probably not where you're supposed to be putting your focus. If you're focused on your God-given talents, if you are focused on what brings you life, if you're focused on what flows and keeps flowing, and I'm not talking about alcohol, and I'm not talking about sitting and watching movies for hours on the sofa because Netflix will flow and flow and flow. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about flowing with things that are productive, things that bring you passion, things that give you a sense of peace, things that are helping the rest of the world in some sort of sense. And listen, I'm talking to probably people that have more of an awareness, people that have thought about doing healing work, or people that want to help other people, or people that want to get in touch more with their intuition. I'm probably not that person for like the people that are pounding drinks every weekend, unless you're ready, to grow and really get out of that and really have a craving to understand the energy, the science, and the God behind life. So thank you. It was a pleasure. Make sure to comment, say hello. Check out my website if you want. I have more coming, more healings, more videos, more insights. What I do for people is very specific, so I look in intuitively and I see their blocks, and I see how they need to shift out of them, and it's a scientific, intuitive method that I use. Often it comes to me. I need to be aligned and centered. So, people will ask me, like in the gym, like, what do you see? And I'm not in a space where I'm going around and tapping into all of you. But there are friends that I have that I'll help. And I can see, I get downloads on what they need to shift. And why? Because I went to school for it. This is something that I've been working on all my life. I also understand nutrition, herbs. I've been studying everything under the sun. One of my favorite things is how emotions link to body ailments. So those we'll be covering in future videos, and I'm really excited because that is one of my favorite things to do. So thank you for joining me. Have a really great day.